Like, they are literally power tools with rubber dicks on. They are, like... And some of them, like, I did research onto how these things work, and let me tell you, they are no... Like, I don't know, she didn't look like she was having any fun.
It sounds really interesting.
Well, you know, Google exists.
It does.
Not on the podcast, Jesus Christ.
All over my podcast.
Well, this is the Dirty Joke podcast. Go.
So there's this African dude.
Oh Lord.
He gets pushed in to join in the armed services, and so he gets on the plane. I'm good. I'll roll one. Thank you. Though. I know. No, those things are like, I feel like I'm taking a piece of gold off you. That's like the price of those things, man.
They're crazy now. Anyway.
So he gets pushed into joining the armed services, and he gets over to Iraq, gets a plane over there, and he doesn't know what he's doing. He hasn't been through any training, so he goes into this tent where he can get his position stated to him. So he walks into the tent, and he goes up to this 4-star general or whatever, and he goes up to the man, he doesn't speak a word of English, so he just goes to him like this, just at him, and he goes, "Oh, we've had a couple of you." He said, "Oh, okay." He goes, like, "What do you do? Like, what's your position? Like, where can we use you? Like, where do your skills lie?" And the guy doesn't speak a word of English, so he just looks at him. He goes, "Okay." He goes, "I'm sure I can figure something out." So he goes, "Are you I don't know, are you a paratrooper? Jump out of planes, parachute? You're a paratrooper?" The guy just sort of looks at him with this blank stare. He goes, "Okay, well that isn't it." So he goes, "Are you a foot soldier? Frontline? Infantryman? Foot soldier?" The guy looks at him just like this, just doesn't know what's going on. He goes, "Okay, well, you're a pretty good guy. Are you a commando? Commando? Big strong guy fucking in the bushes? You know, like commando?" Takes a little bit of a step back this time. He goes, "Oh, well, you're a journalist. You're just here to observe. You're an observer? You got a camera with you?" The guy's fucking gone. Like in fucking Looney Tunes, just a smoke figure of himself stays there, and the guy's like, "What the fuck was that about?" A couple miles out of camp, this guy's still running in the desert, bumps into another one of his African brethren. The guy goes, "What? Where are you going?" He goes, "Do not go in that tent." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "That guy in there just told me that when the rain falls and the grass grows, he's gonna shag me till my eyes come out."
Guy goes in for a routine checkup and a physical. The doctor says, "Sir, I have bad news for you." He says, "You have Alzheimer's and cancer." And the guy goes, "Thank God I don't have cancer."
What do you call a white guy with a big dick?
What?
Michael Jackson. Power tool dildos, go.
Activate.
Go gadget vibrator.
Oh, as a man, I'm offended they don't sell the flaccid one. Like, could you imagine?
But it's metal.
You've seen the movie Seven.
That's.
So it's this guy's anniversary, and he doesn't find out that it's his anniversary until he's on his way home from work. He just thinks it's a normal day, and he gets a call from his missus. She's like, "Oh, so excited for our anniversary," and he's like, "Shit, like, I haven't got anything." Like, she's already prepared back home. He's like, "Fuck." So he's looking for all the stores, all of them are closed, and then he notices this shifty little store on the corner. That is,
No, it's one of those clickbait things.
Okay.
It's like, "Oh, what song is this?" And then you click it, and it.
So the guy notices this store on the corner, really old and janky looking store on the corner. He's like, "It's open. I can find something to bring her." He walks in, there's some weird little like magic shop, but not like a magician shop, like a weird voodoo magic shop. And he goes, "Oh shit, what am I gonna get her?" So he talks to the guy behind the counter, and he goes, "Oh, I need something for my missus. It's our anniversary." He goes, "I have just the thing." He brings down this big box off the top shelf, and he blows the dust off it. And he opens it up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, no, she's already got one of them." It's like, "Oh, but this isn't just any dildo. This is a voodoo dildo."
Oh my god.
He puts it back in the box and makes sure that he packs it. And how it works is you say the words Voodoo Dildo, and then you tell it what you want it to do, and it does it. So tell it where it needs to go. He's like, okay, well, sure, I'll do that, but if it doesn't work, I'm coming back. He's like, okay, sure, bring it back. We always do returns. Okay, so he takes that into his missus, and she says, Voodoo Dildo, my vagina. And it fucking goes bang, bang, bang. She's loving it. Fucking top notch. He's nailed the anniversary. She's happy. She's floating on a cloud. And so a week later, she's leaving on a business trip. She's at the airport and he gets a phone call that she's forgotten to pack it. She's going to be gone one time. She'd like to have it with her. He's like, fucking hell. So okay, I'll be there in a minute. So he packs it in the back of his car in this big inconspicuous box. He's driving. He's trying to get there really fast, so he's speeding, and the policeman comes. He's like, fucking hell. So he pulls over, and he's like, I'm in a rush. The police officer comes up to the window. He's like, why are you driving so fast? Oh, my girlfriend's leaving. She's forgot something. I need to get it to her. And he sees this big inconspicuous box in the back, and he's like, what's in the box? And he's like, it's actually quite embarrassing. I don't really want to tell you. So, son, I'm a police officer. You need to tell me what's in that box. I said, okay, it's a voodoo dildo. He goes, Voodoo Dildo my ass.
Lines. Guy's in a department store looking for something for his wife for her birthday. And he's looking around everything. He sees this mirror. Old, dusty Victorian mirror. And he's like, how much for the mirror? And he's like, old guy behind the counter is like, that's a magic mirror. Okay. $500? He's like, sure, fine, all right. How does it work, though? He says, well, you just look into it, and you say, mirror, mirror on the door, and your request. But you have to make it. You have to make it rhyme, or else it won't work. And he's like, okay, give me an example. It's like, well, mirror, mirror on the door. Mirror, mirror on the door. Make it $444, and the price tag changes immediately. And he's like, oh, okay. All right, so $444 later, he takes the mirror home to his wife. And he says, honey, I got you a present. It's a magic mirror. Put it on the back of the door, and you say anything, you literally say any rhyming wish into it, and it'll make it happen. She's like, bullshit. He's like, go ahead and try it. So she says, mirror, mirror on the door, make me a perfect 44. And her tits go out like that. And her waist goes like that. And she's like this Jessica Rabbit looking hot broad at this point. He's like, holy fucking shit. So he drops his pants and he says, mirror, mirror on the door, make my dick touch the floor. And his legs fell off.
So there's this little boy who goes to his grandparents every weekend, and he's there the one day, and his grandfather's sitting on a porch smoking a cigar, so he climbs up in his grandfather's lap. And he's like, Grandpa, can I have some? And the grandpa looks at him and goes, does your dick touch your asshole? And he's like, no. He goes, then you can't have any. So the next day, same thing happens. He's out in the yard playing, he sees his grandfather with a beer, and he crawls up in his lap. He's like, Grandpa, can I have some? Does your dick touch your asshole, son? No. Then you can't have any. Third day, he's getting ready to go home, but he's in the yard eating a plate of cookies, and his grandfather yells off the porch, hey, can I have one of those? He goes, does your dick touch your asshole? The grandfather goes, yeah. He goes, then go fuck yourself. Grandma made these for me. Seriously, though.
What's the difference between Michael Jackson and a Scooby-Doo villain? Nothing at all. They both live in abandoned fucking fairgrounds with plastic masks on.
Oh, God.
What's the difference between Michael Jackson and a fucking trash bag? They should both be kept away from children.
A man and a woman are having sex. Really going at it, hot and heavy, and suddenly they hear the door open. It's their little son, Timmy. Timmy, mortified at the sight that he beholds before him, runs to his bedroom, and his father gets up, and he chuckles a little bit, and he's laughing, and he's like, I'll go talk to him, it'll be fine. So he goes into Timmy's room to find Timmy, giving it hot and heavy to Grandma.
Oh, God.
And Timmy's father goes, "What the fuck?" And Timmy goes, "Not so funny when it's your mother, is it?"
Oh my god.
So there's this couple, and every morning for 10 years, the wife gets out of bed, and the first thing that she hears when the husband finally wakes up is this just gut-wrenching, like, loud fart. It's how he wakes up every morning, this giant fart. And every morning she looks at him and goes, "One of these days you're going to shit your intestines out. You better stop that shit." Every morning. So she gets up early Thanksgiving morning to go down and start making dinner or whatever for everybody that night. And she's dressing the turkey, and she finds the bag with, like, the organs from the turkey in it, and she gets this sick idea. So she goes upstairs, she creeps up there with this bag, and, like, really gently, like, lays the turkey innards, like, behind her husband in bed and covers him back up. So she goes back downstairs, like, giggling to herself, like, this is gonna be the funniest joke ever. 10-15 minutes later, she hears the fart from upstairs, and then this gut-wrenching, like, horrific scream. Like, just pure terror. And she just starts laughing to herself, and she keeps making dinner. Probably, like, 20 minutes later, her husband comes down, and he's like, "Honey, you were right. It finally happened. It finally happened." And she just starts laughing until he goes, "Yeah, but I think I got most of them back in, so I think we'll be okay."
This is another doctor joke. There's a lot of doctor jokes in it. It's just bars and doctors. Guy walks into a doctor's office for a routine checkup. For physical. And the doctor gives him a once over, and he looks at him and he's like, "Dude, you have to stop masturbating." And the guy goes, "Why?" And the doctor says, "I'm trying to give you a fucking physical."
That is brilliant.
Ew.
This one's gonna take me a little bit to piece together here.
Okay.
I'm running off of distant
No,
memories.
Baxter.
You got it. This will close the podcast.
This is one of my first dirty jokes I ever heard. Okay, there's this white family, and the kid is outside with his dad, and they're shoveling coal for their fire. And the kid is filling the wheelbarrow, and he takes it up to his dad, and his dad's taking it into the house. So when he gets to the bottom of the bag, the little kid notices all the coal dust in the bottom. And he gets some on his hand, he looks at it, and he's like, "I have a brilliant idea." So he goes into the shed, and he just rubs himself, all completely bog naked, rubs himself, all his face, will come. Waits for his dad to come look for him. He jumps out and he goes, "Look, Dad, I'm a little black boy." His dad goes, "What the fuck?" He goes, "That, you shouldn't be doing that." He said, "That's terrible." Slaps him. He goes, you go tell your mother what you just did." He goes, "Fucking hell." So he's still covered in coal, bog naked. He goes into his mum and he goes, "Look, Mummy, I'm a little black boy." She goes, "Psh, what the fuck are you thinking? Go tell your fucking grandma what you just said. That isn't good. Go on. Get the fuck out of my sight." He goes, "Fuck's sake." So he goes into his grandma and goes, "Hey, Nan." He's a bit fed up. He's like, "Nan, I'm a little black boy." She turns around, straight across his fucking chops. "You go tell your grandfather what you just said." He's like, "Fuck's sake." So he goes upstairs to his granddad. "Granddad, I'm a little black boy." His granddad fucking punches him in the arm and goes, "You fucking piece of shit. You get out of my sight right now. Go back to your dad and tell him what you fucking learned from what you've done. Tell him that you're sorry." Okay. So he goes back to the yard and his dad goes, "Okay, so you learned your lesson." He goes, "Yeah, I've only been black 5 minutes and I already hate you white bastards."
Yeah, that was the Dirty Joke podcast.
Yeah, that was a good idea for a podcast, actually. I like that.
Yes.
It gets the cogs turning.
This has been not exactly round. None of you are watching. I get it.